Hello friends, welcome to my channel Study Goals. If you haven't subscribed my channel, then subscribe my channel and press the bell icon for getting more video updates. If you have some doubt, ask in comment section and I will try to solve your queries. And you also give the feedback of my video contents that what should I improve. The video made up of quality content, so please friends watch the video till the end. You get something new from it. So let's begin. In last session, we started the thermocouple and their construction, working, effect, types and also the application. So we ended this completely. If you want to go through it, please click on I button or you wanna check out in comment section where I put the link of basic of thermocouple videos. बहुत discussion हो गई. Let's start. Today, we start with remaining last topic of thermocouple, that is co-junction compensation of thermocouple, and also in the end, advantage and disadvantage of thermocouple. So as we study that thermocouple is made up of combination of two different wires which meets at one point and forms a junction. Here the two junctions are formed, that is hot and a cold junction. The another name for it is measuring and reference junction. As you can see in figure earlier that when the temperature difference obtains at both the junction, it generates the voltage according to Seebeck principles. When you measure the voltage of a thermocouple, you could connect the thermocouple wires into multimeter. Simply, the multimeter connection material is typically copper or gold plated, so it is a different material than the thermocouple material. It forms a meaning that you create two new thermocouples in the multimeter connections. As you can see in figure earlier that the material 1 and material 2 are the two thermocouple material that forms the thermocouple. The hot end is a point where they are welded together and that is a point that measures the process temperature. This is where the voltage U1 is generated. This U1 is what we want to measure. In the cold junction point, the thermocouple is connected to the voltage meter that has connection made up of different material, that is material 3. In this connection, so the thermo voltage U2 and U3 are being generated. So it is the U2 and U3 voltage that we do not want to measure. So we want to get rid of this or to compensate them. As we can see in the above figure, you are actually measuring the voltage of three thermocouples connected in series. You would obviously like to measure only the voltage or a temperature of a hot junction only, not the other two junction. So you need to somehow eliminate or compensate for the thermocouple created in the cold junction. So there are different ways to do that. So let's look at those next. Compensation technique. Similarly, as a figure shown above, here only the names I changed, that is U1 is equals to J1, U2 is equals to J2 and U3 is equals to J3. Here what we are needed here, as a temperature affects the J2, that is U2 junction, surely an opposing current will be generated at the junction. Actually what we needed is the current generated at the junction J1, that is U1 only. Means only the current opposing current will be has to be generated in J1, that is U1 junction. So to compensate we have to use two techniques, that is first one co-junction compensation, that is impractical, and second one is a practical co-junction compensation. Co-junction compensation. As you can see in the figure, the technique that is used to compensate the current that is produced at the reference junction is to fix the junction at a constant temperature. When the temperature at the reference junction is maintained at a constant temperature or a 0 degrees Celsius, the voltage reading changes according to change in the J1 junction temperature change. To do this, reference junction is immersed in a bath of ice and water. This technique is used in a laboratory and which is impractical, as you can see through figure in below. Next one is a practical co-junction compensation. It is impractical to use the ice bath in industrial uses. So simple technique is to connect a voltage source in a opposite polarity to the J1 junction with a voltage magnitude equal to the voltage produced at the J2 junction as shown in the figure. In order for such a compensation strategy to work, the compensating voltage must continuously track the voltage produced by the reference junction. To do this, the compensating voltage source, that is VRJC, uses some other temperature sensing devices such as thermistor or RTD to sense the local temperature at the terminal block where junction J2 is formed and produce a counter voltage that is precisely equal and opposite to the J2 voltage at all the time. As you can study all the basic of thermocouple, then you can easily understand the advantage and disadvantage of thermocouple. So first advantage of thermocouple is it is a simple and rugged device. Rugged means a very hard or a strong device. Second, it has a high temperature operation. Third, it has a low cost. Fourth, thermocouple has a no resistance lead wire problems. Fifth, thermocouple has a point temperature sensing. Sixth, it has a fastest response to a temperature changes. Now, the disadvantages of thermocouple. First one, thermocouple is a least stable or a least repeatable. Second one, it has a low sensitivity to a small temperature changes. Third one, extension wire must be of same thermocouple type. Fifth one, wire may pick up radiated electrical noise if not a shielded. It has a lowest accuracy. So at the end I completed all the topics of thermocouple. So I hope you learn and understand from this video. So thank you for your support. Keep supporting. Take care and stay safe.